Hello guys and welcome to the beautiful Koh Chang. This is an island close to the border of Cambodia, but it is actually still in Thailand. You might be wondering, but weren't you in Vietnam and now all of a sudden you're in Thailand again? Well, I'm flying out of Bangkok, and before flying home, I really wanted to be on an island for a bit of time because I will be going back to the Arctic this winter, so it'll be a completely different scene and I really needed some island time. So that is why we are here, and this is kind of my vacation off of the traveling. From Ho Chi Minh City, I flew to Bangkok with AirAsia, and I even had pad thai included in my flight. I could spot the many green lights of the squid fishermen along the Thai coast already. I stayed in Bed Station Hostel for a night, and this is right next door from the Boon City office from where the bus left the next morning. We left at 7:30 and were taken to the ferry port. We checked in and confirmed our drop-off point on the island, and off we went on a short ferry ride to the second biggest island of Thailand. Once on the island, we were picked up by a song tao and were dropped off at our accommodations. I stayed at one of the most beautiful hostels I have ever stayed at for only 15 euros a night. Not having to wear shoes is like music to my ears. Pajamas Hostel had a great bathroom, both ensuite and separate. The lockers under the bed were huge and fit all my luggage. You can get one fresh towel every single day. There is free drinking water and a fridge to use for beverages and fruit, etc., even though there is a bar in the communal area, which is also super cozy, by the way, full of entertainment and even ice cream. If I could design the perfect hostel, it would probably be this. Let's not forget about the swimming pool, beanbags, and a free included amazing breakfast with waffles, pancakes, fried eggs, and homemade peanut butter. Like what? It's amazing. From the hostel, it is only a short walk along this path. Hold on, there you go, to reach the beach. It is literally right there, which is just perfect, and it is the reason why I haven't explored any of the other beaches, because to me beach is beach, and this one is so accessible and the other ones are quite far out. I will see if tonight I can make my way to Lonely Beach, because that is where all the bars are. Let's see if I can round up a group of people to have a good time. When I arrived, I met a beautiful group of girls, and the next day we went to the waterfall nearby that is absolutely stunning. The hostel ordered us a song tao, which we could divide between the 5 of us. We had to pay 200 baht entrance at the waterfall, and after a short walk along the river, we arrived at the Klong waterfall. We arrived just before midday, so it was pretty busy. We had to go for a swim here, and I won't lie, the water was pretty chilly and full of these big fish who love to come for a nibble. We left at around 12:30, and it seemed like a lot of people were leaving as well, so it might be calmer around 1 p.m. We got our driver's number and called him to pick us up. The next day it was time for a snorkeling tour, which, as you know, snorkeling is the thing I love doing most, and the ocean is where my heart belongs. So I had the most amazing day. I did the snorkel tour with BB divers. We were picked up in the morning and brought to the Bang Bao pier on the south end of the island. This is a cute fisherman village, which is also worth a visit. At the dive shop, we got the necessary equipment, and I was so happy to get fins. We filled out some paperwork as well. No need for life jackets if you don't need them. Once we boarded the boat, we got a quick introduction as to how the day would proceed, and off we went. Coffee, tea, cookies, and soft drinks, all of that was included all day long. We are on a snorkeling tour and we have just arrived at our first stop of the day. I'm so excited. We got off to a good start at our first snorkeling spot. There were lots of colorful parrotfish and other fish hiding in between the corals. If you're wondering why I'm wearing a shirt, well, there's no amount of sunscreen that will protect you when snorkeling for hours. At first, we swam along a pretty deep drop, so the fish were deeper down. But then as we swam towards the other side of the island, we were treated to so much marine life. Our guide pointed out some sea cucumbers. We saw many different kinds of colorful fish, including an angelfish and huge schools. There were fish everywhere. After our first snorkel session, we had lunch and oh my god, it was so good. I love tours in Thailand because they include the best lunch and snacks. There was some red curry, some omelets, chicken, honestly, great lunch. I was so full after this, but we didn't have much time to digest it because our second stop was close by. Our second snorkeling spot was probably the best one. As soon as my head popped beneath the surface of the water, all I could see was fish. I had never seen this many giant schools of fish in one place. I had to go for a quick free dive. I was in my happy place. We saw so many colorful corals and even anemones full of inhabitants. I even came across a group of tiny cuttlefish, and I always love these encounters so much. The highlight was definitely this blue spotted ray. Can you spot it? As I was swimming, I was absolutely surrounded by curious fish swimming up against me and the camera. They were so playful. The third and final stop was only a minute away, barely enough time to put fresh sunscreen on. When you go on a snorkeling trip, make sure to use sunscreen that is biodegradable and safe for the reef, so we can keep enjoying places like this for generations to come. It was another gorgeous snorkel spot and the divers were only a few meters beneath us, which made me confident with my choice to snorkel instead, although I do miss diving. What an incredible day, honestly. I soaked up all I just saw and the stunning views before heading on board for some fresh fruit, of course. No boat trip in Thailand is complete without it. We arrived back in the fishing village and were racing against the sunset to make it to the beach in time. We still had quite the drive ahead though. The road along the island is an adventure in itself, with steep up and down hills and 360-degree bends. It's the main reason why I didn't rent a scooter to explore the island because the roads are so crazy. I heard horror stories. I missed my first sunset here. The second one started out quite bad with a lot of clouds, but then became so beautiful, and now I've just missed it going down again. I might have missed the sunset on my first and third day, with it not being very visible on the second day, but still creating a stunning glow as we played some cards on the beach. Still, I managed to end my time on the island with a magical sunset swim.